It's amazing. Everyone wants to help you.
I do feel welcome in Japan. However,
Do you want to live in Japan forever?
No way. No way.
They punch me in the street. They punch and kick me in my head, in my eye.
Is Japan anti-foreigner? It's a question that pops up online all the time. Some say that Japan is the friendliest and most helpful country in the world, whilst others argue that foreigners face discrimination. So I went out and asked both tourists and foreigners living here long-term what their experience is really like. This thing going around the internet where it's basically saying that Japanese people are fed up of tourists. Did you know about this?
No, I didn't.
No. But do you feel that that's true?
Everybody's been so nice since we've been here.
So you think that Japan is happy to have visitors over?
It seems that way, yes.
Yes, I think so. They're super nice.
At the moment, I feel like they really welcome me to be here. Every time I go in the shop, the waiter just say welcome in Japanese.
First time?
Second time.
Do you feel welcome in Japan?
Absolutely.
Really welcome, like home.
Culture.
Better than home. Like
Culture
people are.
here towards the tourists is amazing. Everyone wants to help you. Everyone wants you to have a good time. It's beautiful. Of course, in touristic places, hotels, they're going to be friendly. You expect that. But even regular people in in the onsen, you know, the old folks that hasn't nothing to do with you, they're great.
Do you feel welcome in Japan?
I do feel welcome in Japan. However, there are some places, maybe when you jump outside the really touristy area, if you don't speak Japanese or someone in your party speaks Japanese, they won't let you in. They may even have a sign on the door.
Anti-foreigner sentiment in Japan.
Don't feel it in Wakayama at all, or at least I've never felt it from anyone in Wakayama. Maybe in places like Tokyo a little bit more, and I think that's where a lot of the problem is, around like Saitama and those type of areas.
I've been in Japan altogether about 40 years. The biggest change that I've seen in Japan is, well, maybe the general acceptance of non-Japanese people into society for the most part.
So you think foreigners are more accepted now?
Than they were, yeah, absolutely. You still got some places where, we're not that accepted, but for the most part, those places have dwindled down quite a bit. There were actually signs on the doors and the walls outside the doors that say Japanese only, no foreigners allowed, that sort of thing. So, yeah, you don't see that anymore for the most part.
But not every voice in Japan tells the same story. While many visitors and residents describe feeling welcome, there are also moments that reveal a different reality. In recent years, protests against immigration and tourism have surfaced, showing the tension that can exist beneath Japan's famously polite surface. Not every experience is positive. Whilst most people I spoke to did feel welcome, one interviewee told me about a very serious incident, something that goes beyond the usual challenges that foreigners face in Japan. But even yet, his positivity and love for Japan is evident.
The 5 Japanese people fight to me. They punch me in the street. They punch and kick me in my head, in my eye. That's because I have this scar. But was just once. What is it? No, I just was walking. I was drunk, I can say that. But they just go out and they start to punch me. That is the only bad experience I can say, but I cannot say anything bad to the Japanese people. The bad people is in everywhere. The shit happens in everywhere, even in here in Japan. The Japanese people, of course, they are like a nationalist. Of course, I can say that, the most of the people, but the half of that people, like are kind, are gentle, so they don't look at you like a foreigner. They look at you like a person. They don't care. Like if you are a good person, they will treat you like that. We are trying to be a good person because the other foreigners don't do that. They don't do the good things. So we try to do that to change the mind of the Japanese people. I want to live here, so that is the point.
Yes, I feel very welcome in Japan. I think it is different from person to person, but I think the majority of Japanese are welcoming. I think there's maybe some Japanese that are not always welcoming of tourists and can sometimes treat bad. I remember in hiking that we did yesterday, there was some Japanese that pushed my sister, but yeah, it was a little unsettling, but apart of that, it was always good.
By the way, putting things aside for one moment, I just wanted to let you know that I use Sakura Mobile to navigate, translate, and basically make sure that my Japan trip goes as smoothly as possible. It's a great way of supporting the channel, and it's something that you are likely going to get if you travel to Japan. So consider supporting me, use the affiliate link at no additional cost to you, and thank you if you do. At any point have you felt that there's an anti-foreigner atmosphere in this country?
So one day, with no direction, I just jumped on a train and I just rode it, and I just got off at a station and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I just started walking. And that's when I came across the place, it was like, oh, you can't come in. You can't come in. And I didn't feel like it was because I was black. It was because I was a foreigner. And I feel like they want to keep some history for themselves, like to themselves, like traditional. And I respect that. I wasn't mad.
So how about me? I've traveled Japan for the last 10 years, and there's been some changes, yes. But I have to say that the one thing that I haven't really experienced is discrimination. In my 10 years of traveling Japan, I've only ever encountered maybe 2 or 3 places that either had no foreigner signs, actually said no gaijin, or had a sign up that said only Japanese speakers can enter. There are many posts on Reddit, clips on YouTube and on Instagram that basically make it seem as if this is a huge problem. But in my experience, this is not really a problem, and the majority of tourists will never encounter such establishments. If you go searching for such establishments, then you're going to find them. Have you had any negative experiences in Japan?
No, I think I've actually been quite lucky with all the jobs and the volunteering experiences that I've had. And they've all been really interesting, because I wanted to experience something new when I came to Japan. So just working in guest houses and things, then and onsens and things. So yeah, it's been a good experience for me. A lot of people think I'm Japanese, so they talk to me in Japanese. So I think it does help. But it can also be a hindrance, because sometimes they talk to me in Japanese, but I kind of freeze. I'm trying to process what they're saying, and then they probably realize that I'm not Japanese.
Would you say Japanese people are patient with you though?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think in general they are with foreigners as well. Even if they can't speak the language, they'll try and help you, which is really lovely.
So on my videos,
Yes.
I get comments sometimes Japanese people are fed up of foreigners. Japanese people are fed up of Chinese people. How do you feel about that as a Chinese person? I have a Chinese person here who, by the way, is very nice and isn't rude.
Maybe it's true. Maybe because I see some Chinese people are kind of rude for sure, especially for the old people. For sure they are, because they kind of rude.
In my perspective, 50-50, because I would say you can see so many bad reputation, like people who doing bad things and behave unwell in the whole world. So just depends on us, how we behave on ourselves.
I've seen plenty of Westerners behaving badly. To be honest,
Yes.
Would you say you fit in Japan as a foreigner?
I would say for my type of personality, and for my kind of values, to find my community here, to find my people here, it's probably like the easiest country I've been so far to find friends, like, and really easy to communicate with people. Like, of course, like if you're always bringing your own like culture with yourself, like, and you don't know how to like be, like how to learn like local like rules and local culture, it's gonna be probably like quite struggling, quite difficult to find like any kind of like connection and communication.
Do you want to live in Japan forever?
No way. No way. Yeah, for holiday in Japan is quite nice. Like sushi, $1, €1, and the yakitori $1. Like because we ate in overseas like $3, €3. So just 2 or 3 months is super nice. Even I have a house in Japan, so it was super nice. But to live, even I was considering pretty much I want to live in Japan or not. This is the most important thing to choose this job. So, but my daughter was born, so maybe it was good timing to be back to Japan. So that's why it's okay. But no idea how many years I can live more. So maybe 2 or 3, and then maybe I go back. Maybe I have no idea. But I can't live in Japan forever for sure. Japan is cheap for everywhere. So that's why many foreigners coming. So that's why some people is complaining. But around myself, no one complain. No one think about anti-gaikokujin, anti-foreign. I don't think so. Everyone is welcome, but everybody felt some stress if something someone stole the money or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but this is just foreigner did that. But now some Japanese people became poor. That's why a lot of bad things happen. So I don't think foreigner or not foreigner, like everybody said.
We've heard it all, from warm welcomes to discrimination and even violence. So is Japan anti-foreigner? The real question is, can any country really be summed up with one question or one statement? Anyway, if you've liked this video and you have your own stories visited Japan, then drop them in the comment section. And if you want to follow, I have many more interesting stories, guides and tips coming your way. So make sure you subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.